You're on the final interval of a hard bike session, and you put your head down to pick up some speed. After what only feels like 2 seconds, you lift your head just in time to see a terrifying scene unfolding before you. You've missed a sharp turn, and you're hurtling off the road at 22 miles per hour. You know that you're about to crash, and with less than a second before you know that you'll be on the ground, instincts take over, and wanting to minimize injury as much as possible, the only thought on your mind is, don't go over the handlebars. And before you can even blink, you feel the impact of the ground, you're sliding through the dirt, and just as quickly as it began, it stops. You're on the side of the trail with your bike on top of you, your legs tangled, and your front wheel spinning freely. Hi, my name's Steven. I'm a marathoner and triathlete. I completed my first ever Ironman 70.3 last summer, and I'm currently training for Ironman California, which will be my first full Ironman. And this is the situation I found myself in last week. A truly scary moment, and I'm very fortunate to have walked away with injuries no more severe than road rash and a few bruises. And miraculously, besides some out-of-place parts, my bike seems to be mostly okay as well. But for anyone who's currently training for a race, whether it be your first race or your 1000th, this message is for you. Your training is not always going to go according to plan, and that's okay. Now, I'm the type of person who likes to have a plan. At the onset of any training plan, I have it all laid out. What workouts I'll be doing on which days, the kind of gear I'll be using, the clothes I'll be wearing, and the kind of nutrition that I'll be strictly tracking along the way. So when unexpected setbacks occur, it can be extremely frustrating. And if I miss even one session, I begin to worry that I won't be prepared for the upcoming race, and I might not even finish the race at all. These feelings definitely occurred after my bike crash, as the recovery's been frustrating. The first few nights I didn't get much sleep as the pain kept waking me up throughout the night. I've had to stay out of the pool for fear of infection. And even though I've been able to get in a couple of bike rides, my cut on the left forearm is right where I put my arm on the pads for aero position. Ouch. And on top of this, I've only had a handful of swim sessions the past month, as I've been recovering from a rotator cuff injury as well. So I think you can understand my fear that I'm going to show up on race day lacking in fitness for the swim. However, even though I feel this way now, it's important to understand that overcoming hurdles is part of the training. And believe it or not, ultimately will make you even more likely to succeed on race day. Because race day is essentially just your entire training block condensed into one day. You can, and definitely should, have a strong plan for how to approach your race. However, it rarely goes exactly to plan. There will likely be multiple mini challenges that you're going to have to solve on the fly. Those could be anything from needing more or less nutrition than you anticipated, small nagging pains, nausea, heat, wind, cold, a rock on your shoe, you name it. But you can resolve those issues confidently and experience less anxiety when those things happen because you're already used to overcoming adversity you faced throughout your training. So while dealing with setbacks is a pain in the, well, arm for me, you can get through it and be even more prepared to take on whatever race you're training for. And a super quick note on safety. I came away from my crash feeling a bit frustrated with myself because I've ridden that trail countless times. I know that route and I know that turn, but sometimes knowing a route by heart can almost make it easier to let your guard down. I had fatigue and being completely focused on finishing the interval, and it only took a second of not paying enough attention to my surroundings for things to go wrong. Familiarity is not a substitute for awareness. If anything, maybe complacency on the roads and trails we know best is something that we need to be even more conscious of. So keep that in mind during your next training sessions. Looking back on all of this, what I mostly feel is gratitude. I'm okay. The bike appears to be okay, no broken bones, just a good amount of road rash, some bruising, soreness, and a bruised ego to go along with it. But considering the speed I was going and how differently things could have ended, I'll take that outcome every time. If you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing for videos as I train for Ironman California. And apologies in advance for all of the terrible puns that you're going to be subjected to. But thank you so much for joining as always, and I'll catch you in the next one.